Hello. Hello, everybody. How are you on this fantastic Wednesday afternoon? For some of you, it's evening. How cool is that? I'm here from live in LA. And just let me know where you're from, what you're doing, what's going on. If you're having dinner, most everybody's having dinner and enjoying their evening. I hope some of you are sitting in traffic probably. So like I said, I'm in LA. I am Kim Hansen. I coach leadership. I have a coaching company that I'd love for you all to come check out what I do. So today, here's my question today. What is the most important word in marketing? What I want you guys to do is in the chat box, I want you to put in what you think the most important word in marketing is, and I will check them throughout the day. Why are you calling me George, Oscar? I don't know why you're calling me George. Anyway, hi Inez, hi Oscar. Hope everybody's hope you guys are having a good day. So that's what we're going to be talking about. The most important word of marketing. The whole next 15 minutes. It's 5:01 on Pacific Standard Time. I hope to have this done in about 10 or 15 minutes. Sometimes I have been known to yak it on a little bit, but that is what I want you to write in the chat box. Your guess on what the most important word, one word in branding is, or marketing is. Okay. So over the years, I've heard a lot of advice on marketing. And lately, I've noticed that there is just a ton of marketing on social media about marketing. So how ironic is that, right? All of which tells us how to increase business by a bazillion followers a week. Okay, that's kind of a stretch, but they're all claimed that they're going to increase your list or your followers by like a lot, right? And they're going to get people to sign up, and then they're going to teach you how to convert those people into actual clients. And all you have to do is implement their simple system. And I've really watched a lot lately, like the last month, I've been watching this a lot, and I've just out of kind of curious. Okay, George, it's not George, it's Gorge. Oh, Gorge. Thanks, honey bunch. So here is my experience with business. That there starts to be a good idea, and what starts to make people money. And there's about 15% of the population who can identify a good idea, and they are ballsy enough to take the risk, right? And actually do what's suggested to do. So they do two things. They identify that something's a good idea, and then two, they take the risk. I don't see anybody putting down what's the most important word of marketing. Come on, Inez, come on. Guys, what's the most important word of marketing? I want to know. So those people that are able to identify a good idea early on and are ballsy enough to take the risk, that's 15% of the population. So those people are called early adapters. And then what happens is, I've noticed that these expert marketers on social media, what they do is they adopt then those people that had extreme success, and they use those people to then parade in front of you to the rest of the 65% of you who are kind of the mainstreamers, and they try and get you to hop on their gravy train. And then they say it's going to create success for you because, hey, look at all these other people that have had success with our program. But here's the deal. There's a thing called oversaturation. And by the time a lot of people come in to a marketing system or a marketing program or like the new best thing, what happens is those 15% of those early adopters have sort of taken the lion's share of the clients who are attracted to that type of thing. And then what happens with oversaturation is the consumer gets so used to seeing the same message over and over and over again that they just become kind of blind to it. Now, the rest of the 20% of the population, so you got 15 that are early adapters, 65 that are in the mainstreamers, and then the last 20% are what I call the kind of laggers. Like, they don't really want to change their mind about anything. They're just happy being in whatever zone they are, and they're just doing their thing, and whatever they're doing is kind of working for them for whatever reason. So we've got this oversaturation happening right now in the market. Hey, Gary. And that oversaturation is happening with landing pages. You know, here, I think back in the mid, like I would say 2005, landing pages started, and people were connecting landing pages to websites to capture people's email addresses with these great and fabulous offers. And then all of a sudden they're not working anymore. That's because the market is oversaturated. So again, you guys, I'm not hearing anything in here, no answers to what's the one most important word in marketing. I want you guys to put down what you guys think. What's the one most important word? Come on, Gary. Come on, John. Come on, Oscar. Come on, Inez. You guys tell me, like, what's the one most important word? What do you think? It's not like it's not a trick question. It's just tell me what you think. So it seems that in marketing, what I've noticed is marketing has become the hook's hook. It's not like the days of Mad Men when the glamour of martinis and cigarettes was associated with money and success. Big money was spent on elaborate marketing campaigns, you guys. And those elaborate marketing campaigns created iconic companies. And those iconic companies are companies like Coca-Cola, Marlboro, Pan Am, Hilton Hotels. But nowadays, we have social media campaigns, or social media. On social media, we're sold to as business owners, because we now are the consumers of these marketing systems, or actually any system. You as the business are, as the business owner, are now their consumer. So these social media campaigns, you know, that Coca-Cola, Marlboro, Pan Am, Hilton, those things were iconic brands. But you can actually, with the very same thinking, create the exact same thing, just maybe not on as big a level for your company. So how do you do that? Y'all want to know how, huh? Well, I'm not going to tell you yet, because you guys need to tell me what the most important word is. Gary says disruption. Okay, I have to think for a minute. What's the word? Tell me. Think, guys. So we've got, we've got these social media marketing marketers, right? That come to us and they say, okay, if you devote just a few weeks of your time to learning a marketing or our marketing methodology, because and then it's just going to cost you maybe $2,000. The return of what that $2,000 in those couple of weeks of learning our system, what will do is it'll convert into your success, because we look at all these people and they parade those 15% of those early adopters in front of your face, and then there comes all the testimonials about how much success that they've had. And if you don't experience the same success that those 15% of those early adopters that just told you all their testimonials and how much money they've earned by using this marketing system, so they say you're not doing it right. And if you're not doing it right, then guess what? You need more coaching, you need more classes, you need more of something, right? So what I'm here to do is I'm calling that all bullshit. I'm calling all of those marketing schemes and social media things that I've seen in the last, well, actually a lot in the last couple months. I'm calling it bullshit, because there is no magic bullet to marketing. I know, because I have a degree in marketing and I do know a little bit about this. And the second the consumer falls in love with your brand, that is when they create loyalty. The consumer falls in love with your brand. The consumer does not fall in love with your message. Okay? So in the days of iconic marketing, like Coca-Cola, let's take Coca-Cola for example. It had this signature glass bottle that just fit in your hand. And what did they call it? They called it the real thing, right? So later, as they established the power of the jingles by popular musicians like Elton John, and I even think Michael Jackson might have done one. And so they created these elaborate Christmas advertisements. And the message that Coca-Cola sent you from the very, very beginning was it was American to drink Coke. You were more of an American because at that point in time, believe it or not, people were proud to be Americans, you guys. And it was American to drink Coke. And it significantly, Coca-Cola significantly affected the American culture. For those of you who have been around long enough, you remember those advertising campaigns. And if you watch movies that are from like the 50s, you know, people say, oh, I'll have a Coke. They're not saying I'll have a Diet Coke or a Mr. Pibb. They're saying they're having a Coke. So what they did, what Coca-Cola did was they sold a lifestyle. And they sold a lifestyle to grow a specific culture. All right. If you're old enough also to remember an airline called Pan Am sort of did the same thing. Pan Am was, if you don't remember what Pan Am was, it was a revolutionary airlines. It truly, if you do any research on Pan Am, it revolutionized commercial airlines. And they were the first ones to come up with the jumbo jet. They were the first ones to come up with a computerized reservation system. And they were the first airline, to my knowledge, and somebody could prove me wrong, but they were the first airline, to my knowledge, that introduced international travel to the average consumer. So what was their message? Their message was luxury travel with friendly service was available to anyone. It wasn't, their marketing message really wasn't, you know, like some of you who have been around as long as I guess I have, it, you know, there wasn't about hot chicks on airlines, you know, serving you. The message really was luxury travel with friendly service was available to everyone. Anyone could attain it. So what they sold, same as Coca-Cola, was a lifestyle to grow a very specific culture. So can anybody now, in the middle of my whole spiel, can anyone guess what the number one word in marketing is? Okay, maybe you can guess it by now, maybe not. But I'm just going to keep talking until you guys put down your answer. So anyway, what makes the most successful campaigns in the world? And what has made companies like Marlboro, Coca-Cola, Hilton, Pan Am, whoever else you can think of? I mean, I don't know if you guys remember the Marlboro Man, but like that was like, you know, if you're hot and rugged, you know, you smoke Marlboros, right? And so what was that, you guys? That was, they were selling a lifestyle to grow a specific culture. So the most important words in marketing, since nobody's guessing, the most important words in I think when I talk to people about this, people come up with the word you, like, oh, you, and they talk specifically to the person, or sometimes free is used, but neither one of them are the most important words. The most important words to marketing is, are you ready, guys? Are you ready for the most important word in marketing? It is culture. Culture. In today's world of Insta fame, the majority of marketing efforts go out to two things. I see this all the time in coaching my clients. Two things are super, super focused on: social media and reviews. I seriously look at a lot of websites, a lot of salon websites, and I see that, and actually a lot of service websites, I see like the same boring message with like these fancy words that go on about how somebody, you know, how that company is so awesome, or how that salon is so awesome. And then, you know, they exclaim about their 4 and 5 star, you know, reviews or testimonials on Yelp. And the only good thing really about reviews anymore is that when people love you, Google will love you. So the only good thing about a lot of reviews, because reviews are one of those things that it's an oversaturated market on Yelp. So it's became oversaturated. So what used to work like 5 or 6 or 7 or even 10 years ago, it's not working anymore. Reviews aren't going to work anymore. All they're going to do is they're going to bump up your rating on Google. But a lot of clients, I know you might think a lot of clients look at that, and you know, there are some consumers that I guess still look at that, but most clients, most savvy consumers don't really read Yelp reviews anymore. All they do is they serve, and you can disagree with me, and that's totally okay. All they do is serve to, if people love you, Google loves you. So it's not about 5 stars. It's about if you have 200 reviews or 500 reviews, then your ranking is going to go up on Google. So, um, you know, and then, oh, guess what, guys? Talking about Yelp. Yelp is a marketing company. So they're really just wanting your money too, is actually really what Yelp is. And I don't think a lot of people really put those two and two together. They're trying to get your money too. So how do you create loyalty in today's competitive market? You do 3 things. You discover what's important to you. You decide what's your culture, which culture fits into those values that you did in step 1. And then step 3 is you deliver that culture in every single thing you do. Every single thing you do. Your core values, and I will talk about this until I'm like blue in the face, until people finally get it. It is not your systems that grow your business. It is your values that grow your business. It's what you believe in that grows your business. So the number 1 word in marketing is culture. It's culture. What is the lifestyle that you are selling to your consumer? And it has to be unique. It can't be something that every other salon or every other business is doing. It has to be unique to you. So, which is why the first thing in the 3 steps, in the discovery step, it takes me as a coach a long time to work with a client to figure out really what's important to them, because they come up with these ideas that I think, somebody else thought that they were important to them, but they don't know what's really, really deep down important to them. Like, where really are their roots? What really are you creating, right? So discover what's important to you, decide what culture fits into those values, and deliver that culture or that lifestyle into everything you do. It sounds easy, right? Well, what distinguishes me from other business coaches is this. I don't sell you a system. I'm not one of those people like, oh, buy my system and I'm going to parade all these, people in front of you, and they're going to tell you how much money they made and how awesome they are. And you go ahead and drink my Kool-Aid. That's not how I roll. You don't have to drink my Kool-Aid. It doesn't matter to me. I'm telling you what companies like Coca-Cola, Pan Am, some of the most iconic companies in history, what they did is they sold a lifestyle and they sold a culture that people attracted to do. They created a lifestyle and a culture. And not only is the consumer attracted to that, but the other thing that's attracted to that is their employees. So if you want to create more employee loyalty, you need to really sell that lifestyle. Solo Salon sells a lifestyle. It's all based on freedom. It's all based on freedom of creation. That's their entire marketing message. And so if you're getting killed by solo salons or salon suites, it's because they're selling a lifestyle and you're not. And so it is not easy. So there's, I'm not going to do this big sell on proven systems, because my proven systems have already been created by some of the most iconic companies in the world. So I don't need to sell you on it. You believe it or you don't. But I work with you to create the very, 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 very same thing that all those companies did back in the day of martinis and cigarettes. And we work together to craft a culture that is unique to you and only you. It's only for you. It's uniquely yours. And then I teach you how to bring that out into the world, how to speak that message out to the world. And then I teach you how to lead so that other people can follow, because leadership is a huge part of those iconic companies. And leadership, if you look at any very successful salon in the industry, they have fantastic leadership. And I'm sure you can all think of some right now. And I've always throw out names, and but I'm not going to do that today. So thank you for joining me. The word of the day is culture, lifestyle. Create it, think about it. I do have a class that is all on culture. I opened up 4 dates for it. It's $47. It's really not that much. If you can't afford private coaching, I totally get that. But if you're interested in what I did today, and if you're interested in what I talked about today, then you might be interested in this class, because that is the beginning of the step 1, is discovering what's important to you and deciding the culture that fits those values based on what's important to you. And then the part that isn't really included in that $47 class is then how to deliver that and how to deliver those messages. But it is, the class is opened up for 4 days. At the top of this page, it has my website. If you go onto my website, there is a tab. The website is www.thenakedleader.org. And if you go onto that website, there's a tab on there that talks about, that is a masterminds and masterclass tab. So you can join that, and I would love to have you. Again, only $47, one time, private masterclass, interactive, you know, you get to hang out with other people. And also there are less than 10 people in each class. So I get to give you really great one-on-one attention. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Benny. Thanks, Carolyn. Thanks, John. Thanks, Rico. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, James and Kristen and Nicole and Gary and Winston and everybody else who was on today. Thank you so much for watching me blab on for the last, I guess I went over again, like 25 minutes or so. So you guys have a great rest of your week. Lead authentically, and I will see you next week on Wednesday about the same time. Bye.